Hi beautiful people, welcome to my channel. It's a baby channel, but together we can grow. Okay, now today we're making Nigerian homemade patty jollof. Okay, look at the rice, just look at this is exactly what we're making. For starters, we're going to set aside our proteins. Today we're using chicken, turkey, and fish. Here's me seasoning the chicken. I already have my Maggi cube, a little salt, and then I made these marinades. I made these marinades a while ago. I'm gonna show the bottles to you later. So I seasoned it and then I added some tribes to it. Tribes, whatever you call it, I don't know. Shaki, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So I mixed it together, added a little onion because I had onion in the marinade already. So yeah, and then set it aside. Marinated my turkey. Yeah, here you're gonna see the. Is it here? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's the marinade I used for the chicken. So done marinating. Put in the air fryer. Yeah, that's the bottle. So now that I'm done mixing, you have to mix it thoroughly. Make sure it spreads across every piece. Then you put it in the air fryer. I told you it was partly smoked. I don't know if I did, but yeah, it was partly smoked. So I'm not gonna be doing too much. I'm gonna air roast it. That's it. That's the setting. Roast start. So it's just gonna be there for 15 minutes. Now let's get right into the main recipe. So here I have, the first thing I touched was like shombo. It's a kind of pepper, and then tatache, and the last piece in the bowl is tomatoes. But I'm putting in some red bell pepper for experiment. I don't think I've done it before. I've done it in my spaghetti and it came out nice. So yeah, this is the blended that's the paste of tomato, onion, ginger, garlic. What else did I put there? Yeah, the different kinds of pepper. So this is the fish. Yeah, that was the fish. I was just checking to be sure it was going well. There's the turkey already air roast and ready to go. It's already cooked, properly cooked. So these are the basic ingredients I'll be using: sliced onion, curry and thyme, seasoning powder, salt. That's the meat stock on the side. There's the chicken over there. This is the bowl of my mix. That's the turkey, my olive oil, water, tomato paste. No, you can have jollof rice without tomato paste, but it's best to use this or tin or plastic tomato paste. It gives it a very good color, but then you want to fry it properly. So first you go in with your, turn on your stove, let the pot get hot, put your vegetable oil, olive oil, and then when it gets hot you put in your onion, let it fry for a bit. Then you go in with your tomato paste. Okay, I don't want to use too much. I don't want it all soggy. So this quantity is the right amount for what I'm cooking. So you just have to stir, mix it properly. I make it go in first because it has this very awful sour taste. So you want to fry it properly first before going in with the other tomato mix. You see, it's fried, properly mixed and fried. Now this is my mix. Remember, onion, ginger, garlic, pepper, like 3 kinds of pepper, including the bell pepper, tatache, shombo. Yes. So you cover it and let it boil. You're covering it because you want it to cook properly without and then kill the sour taste. Also, it splashes a lot, so you want to cover it so you don't get burned. Yeah, this is me putting the rice in the already boiling pot. There are different ways to do this though. You could soak the rice in boiled water, wash thoroughly if you want it to be hard but properly cooked as well. So you don't have to boil it like this. I'm gonna do that for just 2 minutes because I want to get out all the excess starch. Now back to our sauce. That's me putting in the seasoning powder, the salt, the curry, the thyme, basically everything I'm seasoning the rice with, and then cover it again and let it dry up properly before going in with the next thing, which is the bay leaf and the meat stock. But then you want to be sure that the tomato paste is properly fried, because you don't want to have this awful sour taste while you're eating your jollof. That's what makes the difference actually. I never used to like jollof rice, but I got to know that it was because of the way it was cooked. Party jollof rice, because of the way it was cooked. My friend cooked it and it came out nice, and I was like, whoa, what did you do? She's like, nothing special. And then since then I still liking it. I learned from her. She did it well and I got it right. So yeah, so fry it properly, and then you want to wash your rice. Make sure you get out all the excess starch from it. Yeah, so it helps your rice to just stand alone and not be stuck together or soggy or anything like that. Yeah, now look at this. This is properly cooked. It's dried. I went in with my bay leaf and the meat stock. Meat stock is essential. I don't know why some people say they don't use meat stock. Babe, meat stock is essential. But just make sure you're not using the entire ocean to boil the meat. Okay, just a little water to get out all the taste, the flavor. Yeah, put it in the mix. I tasted and it wasn't okay. I just added a little salt and then went in with water. Yeah, you go in with your water at this point. I think I added a little bit. Yeah, I added more water. And then I covered it and let it boil. So, yeah, that's it. Oh, okay, I didn't add. So just cover it and let it boil like so. You see it? Then you can put your rice. Don't put too much water, depending on how the texture, how you like texture of your rice. If you want it tender, if you want it hard but cooked. So this, I want it properly cooked because I have kids. I don't want them struggling to eat the rice. So that's why you have this quantity of water, right? So I'm gonna still add more rice. So you just keep going. You don't want the sauce to be too much, and you don't want the rice to be too much as well. So you just want the right amount, the exact amount to bring out that perfect jollof rice. Okay, so let's keep going. I added a little bit more. Guess what? I didn't use all the rice because if I had kept going, this rice would have, I don't know, probably wouldn't have come out nice because it would have been too much for the sauce. So there you go. Remember, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I took out some of the sauce to pepper up the meat, to sauce up the meat. That gives it a very wonderful taste, especially when your sauce is properly made. Just sauce the meat up. And oh yeah, by the way, yes. So you see the water, you want it to be locked in. You want to lock up every steam so that the rice get properly cooked. So if you don't want to do it this way, you just have to put extra water. That's how the rice is gonna get soft. So what is best, you put a little water, cover it like airtight so that you can lock up all the steam, all the water, so the food can get properly cooked. This is the rice here, you see it? It's cooked. But I'm gonna add fresh onion here at this point, just because I like the flavor and the taste it gives to the jollof rice. Yeah, that fresh onion taste. After that, I'm gonna cover it for 2 more minutes. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I usually add more onion, but at this point, oh shit. Sorry for cussing. At this point, I added just a little. So there you have it. Our jollof rice. Guys, you don't need that harsh smoky taste to have your party jollof rice. That taste only comes from firewood. The artificial taste you guys add to your jollof rice, it puts me personally off. If you want to have that smell, just let the rice burn. Intentionally let it burn. Then you can have that smell. But that flavor, that thing you guys put in your rice to get that smoky taste, smell, I went to a party and was served jollof rice and the smoke just put me off. I didn't eat that rice. Coupled with the fact that it wasn't so nice. This is not me condemning someone else's cooking, but come on, what's good is good. Anyways, here's the chicken, the turkey, and the fish. So we are good at this point. The rice is ready. Look at the color. Look at the rice. Perfect. Not soggy, not too soft. It's just perfect. Yeah, there's a turkey on the side, then there's the chicken on the other. Fish on the other side, and the chicken in the other bowl. So I'm gonna mix it with. I'm gonna show you guys the sauce later. Yeah, this is the rice off the fire. Look at it. See the color? This is just right. You don't need it too red. Some people go to the extent of using food coloring. No, you don't need that. All you need is some good amount of fresh tomatoes, steamed tomato, tatashe, jumbo. Do you get it? Yeah, this is basically what you need to give you this good color. So some people just use less of those things and then use food coloring. That's not the best way to arrive at a very tasty jollof rice. Okay, so this is it. This is the rice. This is my portion. I just served this for myself. I just served it. Yeah, and boy, I loved it. I loved it. So it is okay. I sauced the meat already with the sauce I made earlier. See, it's looking good. That's my baby's own on the other bowl. Yeah, but it was delicious. It was delicious. Come on, what do you think? And by the way, that's freshly homemade juice. I made it myself. So you're welcome to join me if you're hungry. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you'll be trying out my recipe and if you need further information. Bye.